Ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum-bum. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. La la mia mama mia mama 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 mama. Oh my. Ladies and gentlemen, this is JoeJinMovieSoAwesome. I'm Joe.
I'm Won-Jin.
This is our Let's Talk session where we talk with y'all about everything and everything. Welcome to the channel. Big shout out to Ekemu, Nico Mercado, Jasmine, Kayla Marie,
Scott Walker, Soulless Trenchcoat, Uchan Hong,
Music, Russian ID, 52nd, 51st, 50th subscribers. I'm the husband. I cooked. Who did we forget? Zach Miller does movies, and all our 52 subscribers. Welcome back, kids. Welcome back, ZZ, who would vote for somebody who lost the arm to win the Academy Award for Beck Pictures. You said you gave it us an 8.5 Squid Game because director lost 4 teeth. So if I lose all my teeth, do I get a pension?
You get a Nobel Prize.
Nobel Prize, Nobel Peace Prize for showing the fragility of human life, presenting it on YouTube.
And the perseverance of the human spirit.
Despite no teeth, we can go on. Thank God for technology. Happy New Year again, guys. Happy New Year. This is the Blue Snake year, and we added that because the Korea, we followed the Zodiac year. I think last year was the year of the dragon.
Yeah, the dragon and then the snake.
But looking back, it was definitely not the year of the dragon for Korea. So many fuckery.
And tragedies.
But this year is brand new. I hope me and Won-Jin, we're sending positive energy to all of you now. I have a special team of... I have assembled a special team of scrolls by the order of Won-Jin to send you guys all Christmas gifts if you're behaved well for the year. They're all hiding behind your houses. Blue Snake is a common good year. Oh, the dragon is a strong character to it was expected. Yeah, I mean, I guess, because seeing dragon was good fortune. You know, because dragon was the ancient, like
a god.
Yeah, of China. You know, before the Han Dynasty and everything. They're finding a lot of like dragon monuments, like shaped that way. But Scott Walker mentioned Thomas
and Friends, the original creator of Thomas and Friends, has passed away recently. Rest in peace.
When you control all elements, it's normal to expect a beat of recklessness. That's true. I think the story goes. The Zodiac year, the order of it is because they did a race by the order of the Blue Jade Emperor. That's a Chinese figure, by the way. But the dragon got lazy because he thought he was gonna win, and then that's why he took 5th place. The first was a
rat.
Is it a rat or a mouse?
Mouse. I don't know. It doesn't really
translate.
Translate, and
because all we have is chi, right? In Korean,
and it could either be a mouse or a rat.
That's true. He is considered to be an air, earth, water element. That probably has a lot to do with that medieval philosophy. Like, you know how you have earth quality, air quality, water quality, all that. But dragon is a fascinating creature, but we all know that Won-Jin will choose a tiger over a dragon, right?
I don't know. If it's like a choice between the two, I would choose a dragon.
Really?
Yeah, because basically, you know, a dragon's a god. It's not the tiger's just an animal.
No, but a god that took 5th place. Remember, the tiger is 3rd place.
Yeah, you know, but the dragon got lazy. It was not incompetent. Okay. So that's a different thing.
But you know, it means it could be fooled, right? Just like the front man from Squid Game can be fooled. I like horses. Oh, Zenzi, do you know your Zodiac year? Me and Won-Jin were both tigers.
Yeah.
That's why I said like Won-Jin should prefer tiger first.
Fuck dragons. Maybe this is like a difference in perspective on dragons between the West and the East. Yeah,
that's true.
Because we don't really perceive dragons as evil.
Right. It's not a really antagonist, or it's actually a good animal. I am a metal horse.
Oh man, that's such a metal thing to say.
That is. Hey, looking at horses with like armor on is the coolest thing ever.
Yeah. You know, there used to be like an armored cavalry in the 3rd century in Korea, in Goguryeo. It's called, what's it called?
Yeah.
What was it called? Musa?
Yeah, but we don't know how they were used though. You know, because I think that does prove that Northern Korea's metalwork was really advanced for the time. For the time. But was it really all iron though? Isn't that like copper and iron?
I don't think it's all iron. Maybe it has like bronze and Musa.
But the problem with them is we don't know how they were used strategically, though, because we know strategically how the medieval knights were performed. Yeah, because we have like a Middle Eastern account of how terrifying they were. They would just charge shit.
Yeah, that's basically it's basically like running people over with a motorcycle.
Yeah, terrifying. It's just, and you know what? Like looking back, man, I feel bad for the knights. They were completely brainwashed to do that. Like no regard for their safety.
That's right.
Because a lot of them die. Like a lot of them.
Like in the first like 15 seconds of the battle.
Yes. The horse can trip. Oh, you know the saddest thing in the crusade is like a lot of the nomadic forces. Remember like Anatolia, today's like Turkey. Yeah. They were nomads, so they would intentionally like draw them out and arrow them to death. Like these heavy armored guys who can't get out of it.
That's also how the Mongols handled
them. Yeah. When they were fighting the Hungarians and
because
Georgians.
They're such brilliant archers.
Yeah. So like I think in pockets they're very effective. Because like when Richard III comes, I think like Middle Eastern account continue to say like that force is terrifying. Like that's how and medieval forces were a very irrational army because like the Mongols and the Turks were like operating normally. Like of course you run if you're in a disadvantage. But like remember Kingdom of Heaven, God's wills it
for the king.
For the king.
And they just
run. In Chinese Zodiac, there is a golden horse with which I ended my thanks, and a metal horse which sounds cheap and no thanks. I don't do cheap things, so I'm confused if they are the same thing. No, but
logically you can say that the gold is a metal.
Yeah. No, but the metal and gold thing is just like, I think when you're counting Zodiac to count your fortunes, like just because there's a metal or a fire or color in front of it, it doesn't signify anything bad or good. You have to look at the fortune telling to know how it will affect you. So metal is not necessarily bad. I think metal has a lot of good qualities. Yeah. According to that like explanation.
Yeah, and the way we interpret these elements, there's no like good or bad, but they all have their like pros and cons, and they're supposed to be in harmony to complement each other.
Yeah. So like if you're a metal something, like the table will explain like how your 2025 will be, and it will tell you how to respond. No, but Musa is cool as fuck,
man. But it's sad that we have so little history of it.
Yeah.
So we just need to like guess.
Yeah, because Won-Jin is mentioning our 3-kingdom period, and the northern kingdom called Goguryeo had these like heavy cavalry. Because I think we actually have like archaeology left of those armors. But the problem is like there's very little written record of like how they were used.
Yeah, and even in the way they address them, it sounds badass because they're called 철기, which means like iron cavalry.
Because I think the Jin dynasty actually had like heavier cavalry than the Mongols when they fought. But just because you have heavy cavalry doesn't mean you win, though. Yeah, like it depends on how you use them operationally. So I think that a sign that is metal can be melted by someone that is fire sign. Okay, but if the sign is wood and the other is fire, then the fire will not melt but will burn. Melting transforms, but burning destroys. What are your elements?
You know, I actually have no idea. I don't know what my element is.
You know what? Someone told me, but I fucking forgot. Like, I forgot.
Oh, how is it decided? Is it like the time you're born?
Your birth year. Your birth year and the time and everything.
Really? But I don't know the time.
You don't know what time you were born?
Yeah, I don't know. Okay.
What are you in? What do you mean? What year are you?
It's 86.
Yeah. And I'm not sure if it's the lunar year or the solar year either.
Yeah, that also matters.
Yeah. But it's your birth year.
Oh, okay. 1986 is the fire year.
Okay.
It's fire.
So we're fire tigers. Cool as fuck.
Damn.
Yo, Won-Jin. So you'll melt ZZ's metal horse. And tigers eat horses.
That's right.
And according to your explanation, which you passionately went on like a couple months ago, tigers will just maul down a horse no problem, right?
That's right.
It's like no challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Does the horse even stand a chance? Can it?
I have no idea.
Can it use the hind leg?
Because I think if we like think it in terms of like actual nature, then those little mice have no chance at anything. So what are they gonna do against dragons and tigers and horses?
No, it can talk, Negotiate. Jade Emperor! This race is unjustified! Speak, little animal. You have the same voice as the other creatures. Mm-hmm. Dragon's like, what? This maggot has the same voice as me? Shut the fuck up!
I demand affirmative action.
Yes! We must protect the my species. Fuck this. Hey, and Tiger Rabbit was tucking shit behind your back and causing confusion. Oh, that's why you melt my heart every time I watch you.
Thank you.
Yes, the horse stands.
The chance if it's
Yo, Zezzy, I can melt you too, right? We're the exact same fire tiger. So please feel free to praise me as well. Yes, the horse stands a chance if it's a fresh French war horse. Oh man, but hey, isn't the most beautiful horse from like the Middle East though?
I guess. And I heard in the world of those like race horses, they're supposed to be like really expensive. And
they're the
stuff.
superior ones. Oh man.
So when you read the Romance of Three Kingdoms, there are some like legendary horses like Choktoma.
Oh, those are imports.
I guess they're also from the Middle East. I bet. Yeah,
from the Sogdian traders.
And in the novel, they're known to be like really fast.
There's like foreign horses. Yeah.
So it's like a Ferrari, basically.
God damn. Like the one that Guan Yu does is the coolest. Mm-hmm. And also, we are extremely, extremely beautiful animals with a lot of charm. No, but don't you guys smell bad? Like, and
I think all animals smell bad.
Have you ever smelled a dog? They smell fantastic, man.
Oh no, that's like a fancy dog that got a bath and regular bath.
That's true.
I bet if horses live indoors and get just as like frequent baths, they're gonna smell wonderful.
Yo, and horses bite you. Do you know that?
Yeah,
they're terrible animals.
I saw like how people mess around the royal guard in Britain. And sometimes the royal guards are on a horse and people take pictures next to it. These horses are trained to like drive them away and they like bite them.
Yeah.
And people freak out. They're like, ah!
Yeah, horses are super aggressive. And especially like a wild horse. Like, you know that the male horses, they kick each other to death?
Oh, man.
Over like a river?
That's brutal.
Joe, you are in a different fantasy. What do you mean? They also kick. Yeah, they kick a lot.
They also troll each other.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
But I heard like zebras were the most nasty.
Yeah. I mean, they sometimes kill lions or like fatally injure lions.
Yeah. Get their eyeballs socket. Like,
man.
Out of their
like
socket.
Break their ribs.
Oh, god damn it.
And then comes a giraffe.
And then the elephant.
Man, it just gets worse.
Hey, did you know that in ancient India, one of the capital punishment for treason was getting stomped by an elephant?
Oh, man.
Like, they trained elephants to crush people to death.
Oh, shit. That's terrifying.
I mean, it really is.
Imagine, like, the elephant getting a hang of it. It's like, maybe I should try it slowly this time. It's like, slowly.
Fuck. Oh, man. Like a pancake, right? Mm-hmm. Oh, man. That's some molecular damage right there.
Because remember, that's what we do with bugs when we're kids. We find, like, many creative ways of killing them.
Okay, let's change the subject. I apologize for bringing it up.
Yeah.
Have you seen horses making fun of other horses and then laughing at them? Oh, they laugh.
Really?
That's really fascinating. Do they laugh like...
Look at his baby. Did you see that?
Yeah, my shit is bigger than yours. Right? Then you hear... Scroosh. And then you see a...
no.
Oh, man.
Oh, man. It's disturbing.
Zezzy, we're about to have dinner. No, but it's my fault. I shouldn't have mentioned the execution thing. It's just like the way we treat animals are just so fascinating. I think Walker would enjoy this conversation.
And I bet it would have some poetic justice if the elephant is like a survivor after like a human hunt, and the elephant's entire family got massacred by humans, and then the wise king saves his one baby elephant and nurtures it and raises it to later on be used for this capital punishment. It's time to avenge your family.
Yeah.
I'll give you this special mission.
But you killed my family. What about you?
But remember these guys. These guys are the bad
These
guys.
guys are pieces of shit.
Remember I gave you food and stuff, right?
Yo, that's a dark tale, man. Isn't that manipulation? I'm eating. Oh my god, about this. This is a Sinoi, so I don't know if it's real, but I heard it from other people. Okay, what is it? No, but elephants are intelligent. Really intelligent. I think they're possibly the smartest animals on land, right?
Probably along with whales.
And other apes, large apes.
And there's still so much we don't know about these elephants because we still have research going on.
Yeah.
I think I read in a science book when I was a kid that they can talk to each other using this like microwave, like ultrasonic or something. They can vibrate like their forehead, and that can transmit messages.
No, but what scientists know for sure is they can detect the stomp of the other elephants. I saw it in a YouTube documentary.
Man.
That's amazing, right? And that doesn't explain why we're so this way enjoying Squid Game. And
I wonder like how much stress they must be getting if they're so sensitive to be able to hear that. Just imagine what like a human construction would do to their ears.
Or a car, right?
Yeah, it must be super stressful. There was this Chinese adult entertainer that she was paid by men by minute to film herself sitting on a thick glass, and under that glass she would put bunnies and she would just sit on them until they popped. Oh man, that's sick. Yeah, that's messed up. That's like the stuff I saw in that movie. What's it called? Babylon. Have you seen that movie?
Brad Pitt?
Brad Pitt, yeah, and Margot Robbie.
I may have saw it. I just don't remember.
It's about like the Hollywood
failed actors, right?
The Hollywood in the early 1920s and 30s or something. Yeah, and there's just like a cave they go to, and there's Spider-Man, the first Spider-Man. What's his name? Tobey Maguire. I think Tobey Maguire is this like sick fuck, and then he goes to this underground club where they do like crazy shit like this.
Thank you for sharing that. That's really helpful.
Yeah, there was this guy that ate a mouse alive.
Shall we have like a rabbit tonight?
Nah. Oh, Scott Walker, what's up?
What's up, Scott Walker?
Said earlier, Brit Allcroft. She was the director and creator of the original Thomas in the series and Friends. It's very sad news for all Thomas friends in the community, especially me. Yeah. I just kind of feel sad. Like a lot of these people we grew up watching and heard about, they're passing away. Sean Connery's gone.
Hey, you know what's going on, Won-Jin? And Zezzy and Scott Walker? We're
getting old. That's right. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Walker. Happy New Year. Fantastic.
Oh, man. And
Joe might stick to a vegan dinner.
I also saw on the news that Olivia Hussey has passed away.
She was so young. She was like 73 or something.
She wasn't even that old.
But what a life she led, right? She was so beautiful in Romeo and Juliet. Just goddess.
Yeah.
I think the only image come close to that. I know how they can pay tribute to her by doing a live action Thomas and Friends movie. I know they did matching the railroad about that. Didn't do well, but I think I should do one for her. Maybe they could, yeah. You are getting old. I'm just turning into an expensive wine and a golden bottle 24K. You know, Zezzy, can I tell you something? I heard from a whiskey expert that, like, after 18 years whiskey, you really can't tell the taste difference. So, you know, I'm glad you have a positive attitude like that, but don't forget about Olivia Newton-John. Should I last year on third battle with breast cancer? She didn't have cancer so many years. And
oh yeah, she played in Grease, the musical movie with John Travolta.
Oh my God! But the biggest one for me was Darth Vader.
James Earl Jones.
Yeah. I mean, because his voice was so iconic.
And just imagine how sad a day it would be if we see like the obituary for like Robert De Niro or Al Pacino and Quentin Tarantino.
So what do you think of like them doing the AI version of those actors?
If the actors themselves agree to it, I think I would like it.
Yeah.
Because, for example, I would still want to see Paul Walker in the Fast and Furious stuff. And maybe like Heath Ledger Joker. Because it gives us like a preview, like a taste of what could have been. And we just fantasize about it. But if they can visualize it, I think that's going to be pretty interesting. But then I think it's going to come with a lot of problems that I don't like foresee so far.
What did you think about The Last Jedi then? The Mary Poppins thing? Like when they made her Carrie Fisher, they reconstructed her?
I think I liked it because it's like an homage. Yeah. I can tell that that's not just purely for like commercial purposes, but that's like a salute to the original trilogy. So I appreciated it, but it just looks so unnatural.
Right.
So that was one of the problems.
What do you guys think of the new Thomas and Friends series with the CGI? I'm old school Thomas. I'm white in the original. I mean, if the CG is good, I'm down with it.
Me too.
As long as it doesn't have that eerie effect like a mannequin.
Yeah.
I don't agree. Zezzy doesn't agree. Turning them into cartoons, yes, but into AI, it feels like it might be dangerous as a lot of information about them can be fabricated, and their families might have to deal with it. That's true.
Yeah, so if they do that, they probably definitely got the consent of the actor, like while he or she was alive, and also from the families. If they don't allow it, then they shouldn't do it.
That's right.
And also, like, many people are concerned about AI. You know, this AI imagery is probably going to cause a lot of chaos in the near future because it can be used for like fake news, misinformation, and manipulation.
It already is.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure that there will be some like regulation that will be put in place by the time we start seeing these AI actors like acting in a film or something.
Coming from a Korean who lives in chaos right now. It's a lawless world.
That's right.
It's sad all these actors
we all grew up watching as kids, they're all getting older and dying. It's just not fair, all these famous actors. But then I gotta like say that when people like Frank Sinatra and Dean Martin, you know, when these people died, I didn't really give a crap because I didn't grow up with them. So this is like we're feeling sad because these people are from our generation, but our future, like the next generation and the one next to that generation, they're not really gonna care.
We have an emotional investment.
Yeah, we're just emotionally invested in them. Like, you know, for example, when Audrey Hepburn passed away, I'm pretty sure a lot of people who grew up watching her in the theaters and in the screen, they felt sad, but we didn't.
Do you remember the Jumanji movie that came out with Dwayne Johnson, The Rock? They had to get permission to do these movies because he did the first film.
Oh, really?
That was very respectful of them, though.
Yeah. Because that was also his iconic role.
But it wasn't like, okay. But that was very thoughtful of them. I don't think they needed to do that.
I don't think it was necessary because I don't think Robin Williams owns the ownership.
Yeah, and it's not like he was in it or something. But it's not fair because if they're okay, I hate that feeling of limited edition. I'm limited edition. Okay, guys, I think we have to end this.
This is getting very dark. Guys, this is the new year, man. This is the new year.
Is it my fault because I mentioned the elephant execution? I apologize to all our subscribers.
If Tobey Maguire died, do you think every Spider-Man fan community, or do you think it would hit every Spider-Man fan out there? It's only going to hit the fans of the first original trilogy very hard. You know, people who grew up watching Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, or people who grew up with Tom Holland's Spider-Man, they're not gonna be as like badly hit as like us.
So let's change the subject, guys. Let's do 5 minutes of happy talk before we end it. Yeah, but Nosferatu is coming up. So I mean, it's already released in worldwide, but in Korea, I think it's next week. So I'm a big fan of Bram Stoker's Dracula. So I can't wait to see like I guess this is a remake because they already made this multiple times.
With some actors who died, what do they have to get the family's permission to do a remake, sequel to a movie, or a movie to do it? I guess they do have to get the permission.
Do they do legally?
I don't know.
I don't think they legally need to do that.
I think they need to get the permission because they might file a lawsuit after it's like released or something.
Yeah, but I think in most cases, I think legally they don't need their permission. Like, I mean, it could go to lawsuit, of course. But because speaking of Bram Stoker's Dracula, when they released the 1920 Nosferatu, I think Bram Stoker's wife sued the movie creator, and he had to destroy most of the copies.
Oh.
Because it was a copyright violation of the novel. But when it comes to characters, because I think the actors, they remember Won-Jin in what was that Black Mirror episode? We see these contracts where the actors like give up their likelihood, and there are these like AI images of them being used. So I think legally, if they do that, the studios can actually just go ahead with it.
And it's crazy that world is soon to be like realized in our own life.
Yeah,
which is scary.
Who made it this time? Jin, can you do me a favor and look at the werewolf design for the new Wolfman movie?
New Wolfman movie?
Yes, the family needs to know.
Wolfman.
No, but I don't think, like, it depends on each case. If the family owns the rights to the image and likeness, I guess they have to have a legal permission to film it. Oh, that's the old one.
Benicio del Toro? Isn't this?
No, I think he's talking about like a newer movie.
2025?
Yeah, that's the one. Oh, that's a cool ass wolf.
Oh, yeah, that looks good.
Really humanoid. God bless CG. They can do that extended nozzle thing.
Just imagine like screening this in the 1920s or 30s. People are gonna freak out. It's like Wolfman is real.
Oh yeah. Fuck black and white. It's all real. Because they might be offensive information about the actor. I mean, it'll be nice to give them a heads up, but I don't think the studios are actually required to notify the family if they own the rights to those but I think we need more like judgments, like more trials from those things, those lawsuits, and set precedents of how they have to behave.
Yeah, so for example, without any permission from the Trump family, you make a Trump through AI, recreate him in a movie and make him like participate in Black Lives Matter movement.
Yeah.
And him like endorsing like sexual minorities. Yeah. And like an avid like Democrat. You know that there are gonna be a lot of unhappy people.
But I think that's gonna be defamation, not like necessarily infringement or something like that. That's defamation because that you're doing a character assassination using the AI. So I guess it's really case by case. Look up the first werewolf movie. You will cry and laugh.
You know, it showed up on the search as well. We saw it.
Yeah. No, Zizzy, you gotta understand. Like from the context of the time, it was alright.
It's just like the first Planet of the Apes movie.
Yeah,
it might look weird in our eyes today, but if you think about the time, it's like made in the 60s and stuff. Yeah. I think it even won like the Academy Award
for design
for the makeup and thing. Yeah,
that's nice.
It was remarkable.
I didn't mind it actually.
You could see the emotion through the all that like makeup and stuff.
And to be honest with you, I don't think CG is even that important if there's a strong story. Because it suspends your disbelief.
Yeah.
You forget about it.
That's true.
Did you know they're doing a remake of Mrs. Delphi and Will Smith is doing the Mrs. Delphi?
I haven't seen Mrs. Delphi, but to be honest, you know, when I saw the name Will Smith, it no longer intrigues me.
Oh yeah.
After that slapping incident
There's just images on the ground.
So Will Smith on screen is never gonna be the same for me.
He lost his star power a little bit. You think? He's still
lost
a great
that
actor
charm.
though. You know what? I want Jamie Foxx playing Tyson already.
Oh,
like
that's
Mike Tyson.
That's gonna work so well.
Yeah, I hope he recovers. I hope he's well because I saw the news that he had like a brain bleed or something. Before Robin Williams died, they were going to do a long-awaited sequel to Mrs. Delphi, but they couldn't do it since.
Oh, wait a minute, do you mean Mrs. Doubtfire?
Do you mean Mrs. Doubtfire?
Because if you're mentioning Robin Williams, I was wondering what Mrs. Delphi was, but I think it's Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah, Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah, where Robin Williams like dresses up as like a nanny, like an old woman to like get a job in his own ex-wife's house to spend time with his kids.
Man, now that you said it that way, it's kind of freaky, man.
But that movie was
very heartwarming.
Well, not heartwarming, but it was hilarious when I was a kid. But you know, I watched it again after I grew up. And when I was a kid, I always saw Sally Field, who plays the wife of Robin Williams in the movie. I thought she was the villain because she's the one who wanted the divorce and she's the one who wanted to split up and she's the one who doesn't let him have enough time with his kids and stuff. But after I grew up, I was like, oh my God, no wonder he got divorced. It's like she put up with so much shit. I feel sorry for her. And she always needs to play the bad person in the family. And he basically forced her into playing that role. I'm like, oh my God, this movie's so different.
You know, these are all great subjects for a New Year message. Almost divorces, plenty of deaths.
Oh yeah, Mrs. Doubtfire. If Will Smith is playing Mrs. Doubtfire, then I'm intrigued. Because Mrs. Doubtfire was such a great movie for me.
It's an iconic movie.
Yeah. I think I still have the video cassette.
You know what? What's up with Will Smith taking every role Robin Williams did? Like Aladdin?
Oh,
What's
that's
up with
true.
that?
Oh, shit. He
just
had to be in Jumanji.
Yeah, is this a conspiracy?
What's going to be next? Patch Adams?
Yeah. What's up with
Flubber?
that? Yeah. I like Will Smith as Aladdin, though. I thought he was great.
That was a fucking difficult shoot to fill. And Will Smith actually did a really good job.
Yeah.
Because basically that role is like irreplaceable.
Yeah. I hope the slap thing gets over with. I like him as an actor. He was great in Aladdin. He carried that movie.
Yeah.
Just like the original Aladdin. But anyway, guys, I think dinner
it's time
time
to wrap
is
up.
upon
We gotta
us.
eat.
We'll take 2 more questions and then call it a night.
I really miss Robin Williams. I really liked him as a kid. Yeah, it's so sad and tragic.
Guys.
Oh, hold on. Yeah, guys, this is a new year.
Happy thoughts.
Yeah, happy thoughts. Do a sequel to the original movie after all these years since he's dead. It's going to be hard, but now Will Smith is going to do a remake.
I don't know though. I want. Okay, I gotta change the subject.
Like in the movie Mrs. Doubtfire, how are your wives or your mother's reaction to your father doing that? You like it in the movie? Hell, your mom react. My mom would, first of all, you know how in the beginning of the movie he throws a birthday party for his son and he basically leaves like this tremendous mess in his house. He invites this like San Diego Zoo. There are these animals and they mess up the garden. There's like this huge pile of dishes that someone needs to do. My mother, first of all, I think this would be true for most Korean mothers. First of all, they would never throw a party ever. Not happening.
Party is a really Western thing.
And even if they are invited, they're not jumping on the couch ever. That's not happening. That's not happening. Yeah. And if someone does, she's gonna judge you and probably talk to your mother secretly. It's like your kid came to my house and behaved like this. Something needs to be done.
That's how it was when we were growing up.
Yeah.
Though. But I don't think they do that anymore. I think kids, I don't know.
So, yeah, that's unlikely to happen, such parties. But even when they do have a party like that in the house, I think they're going to be like super shocked. I think that's going to be their reaction. They're going to be speechless.
Like in the movie Miss Doubtfire, how are your wives or your mother react to see your... They're going to sue him! Walker, they're going to freak the fuck out!
It's going to be like Sally Field in the movie times 100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or get a gun! Get the fuck out of my house!
You know, in Mrs. Doubtfire, Sally Field, she's angry, she's complaining, and she's cleaning the house. That's not going to happen. Yeah. She's going to break those dishes. She's gonna break those dishes, and there's gonna be like even greater destruction.
Yo, she's gonna call all her friends and say, "My ex-husband is cuckoo. Help me, please. I'm fearing for my fucking life." I never had parties because I didn't have friends. Lol, not because my mom was against. Because you didn't have fellow horses to play with. Fellow metal horses. You should have met a copper horse.
How strict are your moms? I don't know about others, but most, in general, they're more like they're more like a commander. So their words you obey. Their words are your command. And I don't know, like, imagine like Mussolini. Maybe that's too harsh, but yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, last comment. Stop. To tell you the truth about my mom, she's fine, loving, protective, and a good. But if I do something really stupid or bad, and she gives me that really scary mom look, that scares me about her more. Yeah, that's normal, man.
Yeah, that's with every mother. Yeah.
I don't know, but
moms are like that everywhere.
Okay, guys, time to call your moms, mothers. Say I love you. Happy New Year. Guys, thank you for joining us again. Every Saturday, this is JoeJinMovieSoAwesome, where me, Joe, him, Won-Jin. We talk about movies and then do a Let's Talk like this to talk
where
about
we talk
everything
about everything.
Guys, Happy New Year. May the blue snake bless you. This has been JoeJinMovieSoAwesome. I'm Joe.
I'm Won-Jin.
We'll see you guys next week.
We'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye. Romanian moms have this saying, I made you, I'll kill you. Man.
That's really lovely.
That resonates with every mother in the world.
Yeah, that's very lovely. And fathers get to fuck off. You have done your job. Now go get money.
One more thing, boys. What scares you the most about your moms? Well, when I was a kid, it was like my mom getting angry. That's what scares me. Now, what scares me is their health. I just wish they would stay healthy long.
Shut the fuck up, Won-Jin. End it!
All right, guys. Happy